This section is about linear systems. Systems of linear inequalities, that is. Now, we've already graphed linear inequalities. A system of linear inequalities is when you have two of them. Here, y greater than 2x. Well, the graph is, the boundary line is the y equals 2x line, and y greater than means it's everything above, but not including the line. X plus 2y is less than 6. This graphs to this half plane, with this boundary line and this half of the plane colored in. Now, a system is where both of these are true. So you want to see where this line and this half plane and this half plane intersect. So I draw this half line, this boundary line, and this quarter of the plane is where those two intersect. Not here, not here. So the idea is to color in where this and this overlap, but not here or here where they don't overlap. So we want to have above this line and below this line, and again, that's this quarter of the plane. Here's a very simple one. This is three half planes intersecting. X greater than or equal 0, the right half of the plane. Y greater than 0, the upper half of the plane. And x plus y less than or equal to 3, this diagonal line, x plus y equals 3, and then to below and to the left. So this half of the plane. So we want to intersect, overlap the right half of the plane with the upper half of the plane, with below and to the left of this line here. And that comes out to this triangular region. That's the graph of the system. It's called a feasible set. This is actually all part of a whole study called linear programming, where the idea is you have some sets of constraints on production, say, and labor, and you want to maximize profit. And it turns out the maximum profit occurs at one of the corner points. But that's a whole development, which this book does not, in fact, get into. You want to graph 2x minus 3y is less than or equal to 0, and y is greater than or equal to x minus 1. Now, this first inequality, after some transformations, is 2/3 x is less than or equal to y, or in other words, y is at least 2/3 x. The second inequality is y is at least x minus 1. Here's a 2/3 x line. We want to have above that line. Y is at least 2/3 x. Here's the y equals x minus 1 line. We want above that, so above this line. So above this line and above this line, it's going to be this quarter of the plane where they meet here. There's a very shallow meeting point here. Not this quarter, nor this quarter, nor this quarter, but just this. All right, here we have a fairly messy set of inequalities, which I'm not going to bother. We go through these. You go through these transformations, and eventually you get this. Y is less than a half x plus 3/2. Y is greater than or equal to negative 3x plus 5. Okay, y equals negative 3x plus 5 is this line here with an intercept at 0 by 5 and a slope of negative 4. We want to be a y greater than or equal, so we'll be coloring above that line. Y equals a half x plus 3/2. Here's 0 by 3/2 intercept. This has a slope of 1/2 like this. I want less than, so it's going to be below this line and not including the line. So above this line and including it, below this line and excluding it. So the result is this quarter of the plane, with this solid part included and this dotted part not included. And again, please, in your homework, do not color in this part or this part. All right, now here's a similar one. Here they have an system of inequalities. Here they have the related system of equalities. Okay, x plus y equals -1, and y equals x minus 3. After you substitute and solve, get the point 1 by -2 here. And for For this one, y greater than negative x minus 1 is the graph of negative x minus 1, and we want to be above that, greater than strictly. Y greater than or equal to x minus 3, here's the y equals x minus 3 line, and we include the line, and we include everything above it. So above this line, that's this quarter of the plane. And this corner point here is 1 by negative 2. Okay, I think that concludes these sections. Stop recording.